let's talk about Twitter questions, because I promised that these folks I'd ask them. So Malcolm Newsom's going to start us off. He's at Malcolm_Newsom. Great guy, follow him. Assuming the query process has resulted in an offer of representation, what are the things you think every author should consider before signing with the given agent? And also, assuming that a publisher makes an offer, what are the important considerations to be made before accepting that offer?
Well, for the agent part, we did talk about it a lot at the top of the show.
We did. Malcolm will be satisfied with that.
I wanted to say top of the show because I listen to a lot of podcasts and they say things like that. But I do think, resume, sales history, and who they work for is really important. Like those are the big things. And then again, like he's asking if you've gotten an offer. So again, if you're talking to them on the phone, like how do you work? How do you communicate? Like I think it's really important to know upfront, like how often can I expect to hear from you? How do you like me to reach out to you? What is the communication preferences? So make sure that works for you. I think that's really, again, a place where people really get tripped up. And then I know there's a lot of writers that feel nervous contacting their agents. So there's a weird power imbalance. So just establishing some transparency up front. Communication style, editorial style, credentials.
I'm looking here at the other questions,
and the publishing
trying to figure out which ones we've already talked about.
Yeah, he also asked about an offer from a publisher. I mean,
oh yes,
that's more complicated because there's more strategy involved in that. You're sending books to publishers that you assume will make offers in certain ballparks. An agent needs to, going back to the credentials, you want an agent who's smart enough to know, is this worthwhile? Is this worthwhile for the publisher who's offering it? Where can we improve it? There's not any one deal or deal point there's no one size fits all. So it's hard to answer that question exactly, but hopefully you're taking the healthiest offer for the book. That's how I tend to view offers, is not in terms of size, but health. Considering who's offering it, is this a good advance for that publisher? Are these the best royalties you can get from that publisher? What territories am I selling to that publisher? It's a very holistic vision. And so there's a lot of give and take when you're negotiating something. So it's kind of hard to answer that specifically. But basically, you don't want to be giving away the farm. You don't want to be selling something for too cheap. You don't want to be underselling yourself.
Yeah, and I don't suppose we can get into too many specifics there without giving away some of your secret sauce.
So it's not even that. It's just I could get 2 offers from 2 different publishers and they're just so different because the publishers are different. Some just can't, it shouldn't be a surprise to say HarperCollins can offer something that a smaller publisher can't because they're huge. They have resources. Some publishers offer less, but they do an amazing job marketing. And that's okay. It's okay to take less because they're going to put more behind it. So those are only questions that you can really talk to your agent about as the negotiation is happening.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So Malcolm, if you're watching and listening, and I know you are, send Elana a query, get her to represent you, and then by God, you'll find out firsthand.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.